Alright, this video is how to adjust the trigger on a FX Royale and most FX guns with this type of trigger. And mostly I've seen is this type of trigger. I'm going to show you how it works, then how to adjust it. Alright. See this screw here, it adjusts your first stage travel. And this one here adjusts your spring tension, adjusts that spring right here. Is to push the trigger mechanism forward. And this one here is your second stage, the beginning of your second stage, and the travel. This screw is fat one in the back, right? To see the actual adjustment on this, you need to cock it, because so it'll fall into the shear engagement. Watch. See it? So now you actually see when this screw is touching, right? If you screw it, this lever here, if you want it further down, you're going to go counterclockwise. So this lever is lower. It'll give you more travel on your first stage. You see it there? So if you make the screw longer, you'll have less travel. When you see this fat screw here has a ball bearing at the end of it, and it's spring loaded. So the only way to have a real feel of second stage has to stop. So when that ball bearing hits this action here, it went off on me because I got set light. That's your noticeable second stage. You pull trigger and it stops right there. The ball is a ball bearing. When you compress the ball into the spring, it'll go off. All right. So take a look at this adjustment here on mine. Well, this is a customer's. I adjusted it 9 ounces. This is your first stage travel. As soon as you pull it, 9 ounce, it'll go off. Now, if this fat screw is screwed in, let's say, let me get a screw here. I'll screw it in for you. You'll have creep on your second stage. Bear with me. Let me find a screw here. I don't want to start this video again. I'll back it out for you. I'll screw it in. If you screw it in, you'll have creep on your second stage. Okay, we'll do one turn. All right. Now I'm gonna cock it. You can see it. There's no first stage travel anymore, because that ball bearing is touching the action. So you got to compress the ball bearing, then it'll go off. See? It's a creep on it. Now, when you adjust this fat piece, your second stage is gone. There's no line. This is like a single stage now. See? Cock it. Watch I pull it. There's a little bit creep and it goes off. Your second stage is gone. So you have to readjust it if you like the way you feel the second stage. Okay. See that screw? It's touching. So if you want play on it, you need to back out on that screw. Now you have little first stage travel. See? Now you'll see that ball bearing is not touching anymore the action. Now you know there's a second stage because it stops right there. The further you pull, it'll go off. All right. So every time you adjust this fat piece here, you have to readjust your first stage travel. I'll show you if I screw it the other direction. Let's say it's one turn. This 2 turns there. Now you should have a lot of travel. Oh, okay. You see the distance between the ball bearing and the action? Since we backed it out, right, there's no more second stage to it. It's not predictable. I can't even feel a second stage because that ball bearing has to touch the action to have a second stage. All you have now is a little bit of creep and it goes off. There's no second stage. You can't predict when it's going to go off. All right, so you have to adjust the screw till that ball bearing touches the action and goes off as soon as you pull a little further. All right, let's screw it back in. Okay. Now watch the ball bearing now. It is rocking. As soon as that ball bearing touches, it goes off. But there's a creep in there. Just so slight. See my blade? The ball bearing touch. Now watch my finger there on the blade. See it move? Alright, to minimize that, you need to adjust this fat piece here. I say, I forgot. Let's do a half turn clockwise. Let's test it again. I don't want no creep. So there's more creep, so we gotta go the other way. Let's try that. There, I have no creep at all. When that ball bearing hits the action, see it? I'm right there, second stage. Now I pull more and it goes off. There is no creep at all. All right, now you gotta determine if you like this, travel. If you want it longer, you need to back out on this screw here. This screw here. It'll make this longer. See? While it's doing that, it makes the blade go forward more. So it's gonna lengthen your pull. Me, I don't like it like that. So I like it before I adjusted it. Let's do a 1 turn there. I like it like that. All right. I like it when you just touch that ball bearing and it goes off. I got my finger on the cocking lever, so it ain't gonna go off. Let's watch it again. Oop. I'm gonna fire it so whether you want to hear it. I'll try to hold this action steady as I can when I pull this trigger. There you go. So that's about. Let's test this out here. All right, we'll cock it. We'll test this out. Oop. It's 9.3 ounces. I didn't put the lever all the way back. I mean, lock it forward. Now let's do it again. It's clear. First stage, second. Around 10 ounces. Try it again. 9.9. It's around there, 9 to 10 ounces. That's good for a hunting trigger. All right, that should cover it. Let me show you about this. Well, this guy here has no safety. This screw here, you see here, that's your safety. Sometimes when you do a lot of trigger adjustment, you need to adjust this also. See the clearance? So now you gotta cock it. See all that? Actually, safety is not working at all. You need to lengthen this screw so actually hitting this lever here prevent from going down. I'll show you. I'm gonna adjust this safety here while we're at it. Find my freaking tools here. There you go. I'm gonna make it longer. And forward. A little more. See how much clearance you got there? So that blade is barely moving while it's cocked. Yeah. Alright, if you don't want no play at all, see a little play? Just back it out more. There. No creep at all. Alright, that's how you adjust your safety. When you do all this major adjustment on this, the safety has to be reset again. If the trigger goes off and you have too much play on this and you don't feel comfortable, to me, safety, I don't want no movement at all, so I could tell it's on the safety. Alright, that's how you set the safety. I hope that helps, and we'll see you next video.